Ladies and gentlemen, all of you folks in the chat, welcome to another Aggressive Defiance Reacts live stream. Today we are going to be going over the Epstein Files. Kick back, grab a joint, fire it up, and let's fucking go, y'all.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better jump.
Well, hello, everybody. What's good, peeps? How the heck are y'all, man? Well, hello there, kitty. Come on. Tell them hi. Say hi, guys. Say hi, kitty. What do you want? Come here. Come here, Will Butthead. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And my baby. He's my baby, guys. He's my baby. How are you guys doing this afternoon? Sweet. I hope you guys have had a great morning. I have. Woke up. Oh, shit. Look at Hummingbird. Been here for 2 months. That's right. Shout out to you, girl. Appreciate you being here, Hummingbird. You already know. Today we're going to be switching it up a bit. We're just going to switch it up a bit. You know, we'll get back on the Whitakers when there's more content to be shown. I want to make a retractment. The guy that pulled up and that Mark said that pulled up was one of Larry's grandkids. It was not Brandon, and it was not the other one. It was the one that works in the coal mines. That's why he had a brand new truck. And he only picked up $50 from Larry. I've got the word on that. He only picked up $50. He borrowed it from Larry. So it wasn't Brandon. It wasn't somebody picking up $2,500. It wasn't any of that. So I want to make sure that the truth gets told over here. And that's what I like, the truth. I don't care to come up here and say, oh, I've talked to Keisha, knowing damn well you haven't, because I just got off the phone with Keisha. And Toddy just lied to y'all. She just lies. She didn't talk to Keisha on the phone. She's a liar. Shout out to my girl, Lee. How you doing, Lee? Thank you so much for getting that ball rolling. Absolutely. It was the oldest grandson. Thank you. We just want to make sure we put out good information over here. That's all. I don't care to jump on any little wave that you hear something, and I will fix things that need to be fixed on this channel. So yes, it was not Brandon or the other kid. It was the one that's a little bit less involved. So how you guys doing, man? I want to tell you right now that this is going to be a touchy subject. The Epstein thing is going to be a very touchy subject. Why? For one, it involves children. Yeah, I don't know what to believe, but I know that it wasn't Brandon. Brandon has been doing great. Brandon has got himself off all drugs. So that's what it is. Yep, we're going to be going over some Whitaker things tonight for sure. But I want to start on this Epstein Files thing. I found a channel that has uploaded a lot, y'all. I don't even know. Well, I just got off the phone with people, and it was, well, I don't think that what Patrick verified to Eric about the money being taken out, I don't believe that had anything to do with Larry handing his grandson money. If you ask me, I don't think. Because it wasn't the grandkids that are always on drugs. It was the one that worked in the coal mines, has a brand new truck. Obviously, he's not, you know. All right, let's do this. First of all, I want to say, fuck the FBI. Fuck the FBI. I want to do a roll call too, baby. Let's do a roll call. Who we got in here? Angela. Hello, Angela. Hello, Hillbilly. Shout out to Hillbilly. Ski. What's up, Courtney? How are you? Angela, Hillbilly. Hank. What's up, Hank? Courtney Rude. Yvette. What's up, Yvette? Earth Angel. Earth Angel. You are my Earth Angel. Angela Sparks, how about that? What's up? What's up, Brenda? Pretty Bird, what's up? Kelly Joe, what's up? Hi, Angela. Pretty Bird. What's up, Pretty Bird? Hillbilly in the building. Ellen, hello, Ellen. How are you? Bambi, hello, Bambi. Venna, what's up, Venna? Lily, Haley. Art, what's up, Art? All right, we got Leesky. We got Nazreen. How are you, Nazreen? Beautiful name. Hummingbird. What's up, Hummingbird? Faith. What's up, Faith? Hello, Brandy. Hello, Brandy. Hi, Elizabeth. I'm Mary. What's up, Stephen? Hello, Deborah. Deborah. I want to go to the channel that I was watching yesterday. Actually, I'm going to go to this. This is a little bit more quicker. We'll go to CoffeeZilla. I don't know if you guys. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you guys know who CoffeeZilla is, but he's got a new channel called Voidzilla, and he does a lot of in-depth things. I'm going to bring this in because I'm going to show you a timeline and show you exactly what I mean by this. See, 2 weeks ago, he made a video called "They're Literally Covering Up the Epstein Files." And who? I say the FBI. Why would they be covering up the Epstein Files? Why? Ask yourself. Why would our government be covering up the Epstein Files? What's up, Jekyll? What's up, Earth?
The government is breaking the law with the Epstein Files. They were supposed to release all of them. They did not. They were supposed to explain redactions. They did not. They were supposed to have limited redactions that did not allow them to redact on the basis of embarrassment or for politically exposed people.
Only children.
They did that. They redacted actual people who were in.
And if anybody knows, there's a way to get these redactions off of there. Like if you load up some of these in Microsoft Word, and then you run a spell check on it all, and they'll show the names of actual people. What's up, fairies wear boots? You become a member. What's up, member? We got a new member. We got a new member. We got a new member.
Right now, 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 right now.
Billionaires. Billionaires, y'all. They're trying to cover stuff up for different people.
Investigated in the Epstein case, not just the victims. And this is in violation of the bipartisan law that Donald Trump signed only months ago. It's a law called the Epstein Transparency Act, and I've excerpted a few bits of it for you, where specifically they could not redact all the files. They had to release all of them by a certain day, which they missed. They didn't hit that deadline. They said they needed more time to review. But of the stuff we've already gotten, they've redacted more than they were supposed to. The law says that they can't redact on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, political sensitivity.
Yeah, the embarrassment part? Nah, fuck that. These people have been hiding. These people have been hiding amongst us for so long, it's pitiful, dude. They all have been hiding amongst us. And we've been voting for them. We've been thinking they're going to change the fucking world. They ain't changing shit.
Basically, they can't just say like, oh, we don't like that guy's name is coming out. They only can redact on the basis of like national security or if it's a victim. And even if they do redact, they have to explain why they did so. They have to give a summary of redactions made, including the legal basis. And they did not do that either. Not only did they make redactions that clearly in the context are not victims at all, but rather possible perpetrators. They're redacting possible perpetrators, but they also haven't explained anything they did redact. And on the DOJ website, you can see that they are just not interested in following the law here because they say they're going to redact personal information pertaining to victims, which is according to the law. Then they say other private individuals, but that, again, is not what the law says. The law makes no provision for that. So the DOJ has sort of taken the law that was passed and kind of just like reinterpreted it. And even still, they're not complying with it because, as I said, they were supposed to release everything by a certain day. Here's the status of that. So far, 2.4% of the total pages that are under review have been released. They say they have, and I'm not even kidding, 5 million pages of documents related to Epstein. They also say they have 2 million documents under review.
Wow. Just fucking wow, bro. Wow. I mean, 2 million? Do you know how much a million is when it comes to counting paper? 2 million, y'all.
So far, they've released 12,000. And a lot of those were entirely redacted with no explanation, right? Like against the law, no explanation of this. But what's crazy and like what I can't wrap my head around is my entire life, I was led to believe Congress like had some power or were able to do things. They made laws and you had to follow those laws. Right?
Yes.
That's really important to follow the laws Congress passes. But maybe not. We're seeing that the DOJ is really testing that here because theoretically, who would enforce the laws that Congress is, making? Probably the DOJ, the Department of Justice. What if the Department of Justice isn't following the laws? Who is going to get them in trouble? Because
that's the problem. That's the problem. We don't have things in place to keep others in check. You know why? Because they're all doing something wrong. They all are. They all got something on each person. Well, I got this on you. Well, I got this on you. Well, if you tell them about this, I'm going to tell them about this. And that's the last thing that politician wants is their reputation to be fucked up. But I'm sorry. There are victims in this. There are kids that were bothered, touched, fondled, raped. I'm sorry. I say hang them all.
Pam Bondi is just flagrantly disregarding and reinterpreting some of the laws.
Who's Pam Bondi? The director of the DOJ. Huh? Pam? Do you need your job lost? Yeah, I think so. Fire her ass.
And there is a challenge to this in court. And the DOJ basically wrote in court that, well, actually, even if we did violate this, maybe there's no cause of action here. We aren't responsible for any of this because there was a petition of the court to appoint something called an independent monitor and special master. Specifically, this was to force them to comply with the law.
Bam, right here. Put simply, we are writing to suggest the appointment of, I just spoke about this, having somebody look over the other people. master an independent monitor to compel the Department of Justice to make mandatory production under the act. Put simply, the Department of Justice cannot be trusted.
This was written by a Republican and Democrat, and it says, put simply, the DOJ cannot be trusted with making mandatory disclosures under the act, and essentially they have to put someone independent in charge of this whole event. And the Department of Justice
But the problem is this. What if they know who the independent is? They get to them. They bribe them. They pay them off. Like, I don't know about you, but I know I'm speaking for a lot of people. Money will money will sway anything about somebody. They will sway it all. All they got to do is come in. Well, we'll change your life if you just go about with this. Look past this. Don't let them say this. Fuck that. What's up, Scoop?
And today that they don't believe there's a cause of action here by the Epstein Transparency Act. So even if there is a consequence, if a statute does not specify a consequence for noncompliance with statutory timing provisions, the federal courts will not in the ordinary course impose their own coercive sanction. So what?
So, they wrote a law. They wrote a law. Excuse me. Oh, shit. They wrote a law, but with no consequences for breaking it. Who you think they done that for? What's up, James? They wrote a law, and they didn't put a consequence for it. Who do you think they wrote that law for? Trump.
Exactly can they get in trouble with if they don't comply with this? If they just redact whatever they want, they don't provide a summary of what they redacted, they redact people they shouldn't have redacted, who is going to get them in trouble? I mean, basically they're arguing to a court. They're like, well, they didn't say what's going to happen to us if we didn't comply with this. So that's kind of on them. It's actually amazing to watch the flagrantness.
See how easily they get themselves off of things, but how many millions of people they lock up every day? See how easily all these politicians don't get no fucking problems, but boy, they'll lock you up in a heartbeat, and you ain't getting past their laws because they got consequences. Stupidity, bro.
In which they do this. It's so brazen. I want to play a clip of one of the Republicans.
It's like our country does things to us, and then they just turn around and give us their ass to kiss. Yeah. They do. They do everything in the world and cause problems, but then turn around and say, kiss my ass. There's nothing you can do about it. What's up, TT?
Who actually wrote this whole appointment of an independent monitor. He talks.
You guys could do me a huge one and just share the live. I don't think my noties went out. I don't think we got no noties and notifications. So if you could please just do me a favor and share the live, hit the like button. You know, we're not talking about the Whitakers right now.
Breaking points about what their goal is, and I just think it's worth listening to.
Pam Bondi is violating the law. She missed the December 19th deadline. She missed the deadline 15 days after that, where they had to justify redactions and give Congress a list of politicians who were involved in the Epstein Files. So they've missed 2 deadlines. But I'm concerned more about what they're redacting and what they're withholding than I.
So fire her. You know why they won't fire her? Because he appointed her. Because Trump appointed her. That's why they won't fire her. Nobody wants to fire somebody they appointed. And they got this fucking Pash, whatever his name is. Fuck him too. He talks a big game, but he ain't done a fucking thing.
About these deadlines, and that's
he fumbled the Charlie Kirk. He's fumbled the Charlie Kirk. They want us to believe that this lone gunman did all that planning and got Kirk from that far away. It wasn't real far with a rifle, but he did it all himself. They want us to believe that. And you know what? If we don't believe it, it's kiss their ass. Either believe it or don't. Thank you, Hillbilly. Hey, believe it or don't. It's ridiculous. Like, we know for damn sure that there was more to that Charlie Kirk killing. That's exactly what it is, Faith.
Why we've asked this judge to appoint a special master. It's might makes right. They're doing this.
Might is
they're
right,
disobeying the law because I think they're trying to test and see if there's any way it can be enforced.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
Cash
what
is
they're
a
doing.
pimp, too.
They're like half.
They got Cash as the head director or some shit, right? And then they got a podcaster as a fucking the other dude. What's his name? Oh, what the fuck is his name, man? I don't even know his name. He was just a big podcaster. Talked about right-wing media. Trump says, oh, yeah, you'd be good for the FBI. Yeah, you're fucking stupid.
Complying with the law, but specifically not with the parts that actually matter. And then they're telling the court, well, there's no cause of action to force us to actually do it. And who ultimately is going to stop them? Who's going to prosecute the government? The government won't. I mean, what are we talking about here? And what's interesting about this is that clearly not everybody is happy about this. This has actually been hugely humiliating for people who basically ran on the whole, we're going to release the Epstein Files. Remember Dan Bongino, the guy who's been humiliating himself on national.
That's his name. That's the name I've been thinking about. Dan Bongino. The motherfucking, thank you, Lily Haley. The podcaster turned FBI agent. Well, I think he was an FBI agent before, but just an agent. But like, give me a break. Preach on it. Preach on it, CoffeeZilla. This man is smart.
Humiliating for people who basically ran on the whole, we're going to release the Epstein Files. Remember Dan Bongino, the guy who's been humiliating himself on national TV, saying like, oh, I looked at the files.
I've seen the whole file. He himself.
But also the guy who a few years ago was like, dude, we have to look into the Epstein Files.
There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about.
These are the people I talk about almost every day. Almost every single day, I speak about this type of fucking person. Don't want them, don't like them. I don't think they should die, but keep them away. Keep them the fuck away from me. I hate people like that, bro. I hate it. I hate people like this, man. And we got them running our country. We got people like him running our country like crazy. You know what's you know what the biggest problem with our government is? It's too old. They're too old. Get them fucking people that's been in politics for 30 fucking years out of here. Get them out. I'm talking about the ones we don't vote on. I'm talking about the ones you don't see. The deep state. Get them gone.
Serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there.
Well, he apparently was thinking about resigning amid the Epstein fallout after the July 5th memo disaster, and then actually did resign. The announcement was a few days before the final release of the Epstein Files, the latest.
Hold on, what now? There was a helicopter that went down searching for her? Oh, man. Yeah, there definitely should be term limits for Congress for sure. There was a guy, we had a senator in Indiana, and I swear he ran all my life. Just till recently, he's gone. His name is Dick Lugar. And that motherfucker was our congressman for years, bro. He was our state senator, Dick Lugar. And I think he was our senator for 20 years, easily. Hello, Pearl.
Deadline. He decided he was going to resign on that day. This is his last post about it. It was a busy last day on the job. This will be my last post on my account. Tomorrow, I will return to civilian life. And honestly, I can't think of a more humiliating thing to happen to somebody, to go into public office and be like, we're going to fight the deep state, and then leave having done nothing.
No, you know what's even more embarrassing? You know what's even more fucking embarrassing? The fact that you were fighting for your country, right? You were fighting for your country on your podcast, Bongino. Let's fight for America. Let's fight for America. We're fighting for America. Then you get into office and you find out it's all a sham. And you see all of the fucking underhanded bullshit that America's doing. And then you resign and then don't tell anybody. Like, that's the first thing you should have been doing. You should have been pulling a fucking, what's his name? The one that's hiding from everywhere. Jesus, man. What's his little name? America wants him for treason. And he's hiding out in Russia or Canada or something. I forget his damn name. They've been wanting him forever. What's up, Earth? Doesn't it seem weird to you that a helicopter looking for this woman went down? No, I love my country. I've always said that, Brandy. I love my country, but I fear my government. I love this country. I love everything it was built about. All of our, ancestors that built this country did great. But somewhere along the line, money got involved and a lot of bribery. And that's what controls our government now. Yeah, the WikiLeaks.
To fight the deep state.
Snowden.
Literally,
Absolutely,
this guy
Brandy.
has the...
Like, they want Snowden. That's what Bongino should be doing. Bongino should be out here back on his podcast telling everybody about the horrible ways the government are fucking us now. But instead, he's probably gotten paid off and told to shut the fuck up or he'll get killed. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just a stupid old citizen. Who saves us when shit hits the fan? Patriots. The Patriots. Not the people that control the Patriots. The Patriots do. It definitely ain't the people that control them.
Cringiest post. Like, what I have learned has shocked me to my core.
See?
We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I learned. Dog, what did you learn?
Yeah.
Tell us.
I said it. I said it before he did. Booyah. What do you know about that? AD be on his shit. I be on my shit.
Actually know something. If you actually found something in your investigation in the year that you investigated the government, say it. Don't go back to your podcast making millions of dollars. Why don't you actually do something about it? Or when you are back at your podcast making millions again, why not tell everybody what happened? But we're not going to see that. We're going to see him continue to suffer from this administration, of course, even though it has betrayed the very thing that he came to the government for. Now, finally, I'll just say that I have to give a special mention to the Clintons. They were trying to do their own little weaseling out of the law maneuver, because I don't know if you guys remember, the Clintons issued this whole statement that, we don't need protections from the Epstein Files. Just let everything out. And everyone was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. We don't care. To literally lock them all up, whoever's involved. And they said as much. Basically, they said, we need no such protection. And then Bill Clinton came out and was like, yeah, actually,
we need those protections.
We're not going to comply with that subpoena you guys issued, because Congress was like, hey, you got to come testify. And they were like, no, we said we don't need protection, but actually we're not gonna show up. And that was also a bipartisan thing, by the way, subpoena.
The Clintons have been, I think the Clintons are what's the biggest problem with the Democratic Party. One of them, the Obamas and the Clintons. Definitely. And it ain't even Bill, I don't think. It's not even Bill for the most part. It's his fucking wife. He needs to get that tramp under control. I'm sorry. I don't know anyone that likes Hillary Clinton. But I can stand Bill. Bill didn't do too bad for our government. He did some wrongs like every fucking president. like every president, you can look back and say, what did he do wrong? Look what he did wrong. Look what he did wrong. Yeah, his wife is a Jesus, man. No wonder he was getting head under the table, right? What's up? What's up, Twisted? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it today.
The Clintons.
I think everyone knows by now Bill Clinton did not show up. And I think it's important to note that this subpoena was voted on in a bipartisan manner by this committee. This wasn't something that I just issued as chairman of the committee. This was voted on by the entire committee in a unanimous vote of the House Oversight Committee to subpoena former President Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton's supposed to show up tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But with respect to the former president,
none of them.
He did not show up today.
And so they might hold Clinton in contempt. I mean, I don't actually believe it. I will not believe anyone will face any charges for this, any problems for this ever until I see it. I have such little.
They would have not released the files. They would have arrested anyone in those files that they wanted to arrest, and then they would have released the files. They're not picking no one up on this. No one's going to go to jail at all. And that just bothers me so much. That bothers me so much that these people are not even going to have to appear before Congress. They need to go have a talk. And you know what? It bothers me. It does. Because we're talking about children's lives here. Women's lives. There was women over there getting fucked up too. It always wasn't just kids. But there was definitely people that didn't want that to go down, and it was going down.
Faith in our government, given how apparently super focused we are on protecting the people in these files. We're so focused on it that I don't believe for a second that Clinton, that Trump, anybody, nobody's going to get exposed. Nobody's going to get locked up. It's clear that the DOJ will break the law to make sure that they don't expose anybody, ironically, breaking the law with relation to Jeffrey Epstein, except for Jeffrey Epstein himself. That's the only guy that will face any consequences for this. Obviously, Ghislaine Maxwell is in the nice club fed now. She's not suffering as much anymore. She's running the place over there. Epstein's that nobody, who's facing accountability? It's actually crazy.
They moved Ghislaine to the best penitentiary that they could put her in. Straight up. She might be eating steak and lobster for dinner. We don't know.
So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to flag the fact that the DOJ is basically making the argument that, like, there's no way, even if we didn't comply, could ever force us to comply, which is
you would be on the fucking pedophile.
But maybe we should have expected it, given that Pam Bondi has been literally running on this promise since early on. Someone found this old clip of her.
Florida ranks third now.
Yeah, there's lots of doors. There was a flyover done with a drone, and they did a good flyover of the whole Epstein Island. We might watch it after this, but there's another video he does, and this one's
nationally, and calls for help for human trafficking, where young women and children are enslaved and abused. I knew we needed all hands on deck, and I'll fight.
God, this didn't age well, man.
To put human trafficking monsters where they belong, behind bars.
I mean, let's give it.
Oh, man, dude. Damn, Pam. Damn, Pam. Damn.
For Pam. She has been keeping human trafficking monsters behind bars.
Fucking right she was, huh? Sure she was. Oh, man. That was 2 weeks ago. Let's go to I like this guy, man. He's smart and he gets right to the point. Let's go to 5 days ago. What he said. Yeah, Jay-Z on it. They said Jay-Z was eating kids, bro. Eating them. I don't know if I believe all that. But why would somebody say it? Well, she'll last Earth, because you know why? Trump put her there. And that's the only way she can get out of there, is if Trump removes her. And I don't see Trump doing that. I don't. Trump is too egotistical. I would say it. I would say what I think about it, Angela, but then they'll deem me a conspiracy theory. I won't get paid for my damn video. They'd probably do that to me anyway. I won't get paid for the video.
The FBI just dropped 3.5 million files, and it is incredible. Huge bombshells about some of the most powerful people on the planet. I can't believe.
Let's see who we got here. I don't know I don't know who this guy down on the left is. Who's that? He looks fucking familiar. Who's the guy in the bottom left? Yeah, adrenochrome. Yeah, they're definitely not going to pay me for this video. I'm going to get flagged for it. It won't hurt the channel. It'll just take my monetization from the video down. Jay-Z. Yes, a lot of these people are Satanists, Elizabeth. But they go way too deep. They're not the modern day Satanist. They're not what Anton LaVey wanted. They're into it way deeper. Like if you read the Satanic Bible made by Anton LaVey, he's more traditional satanic, you know, just like I'm the God. I believe I'm God. You don't harm women or children. You don't do these things, right? You have rituals and things, but he didn't sacrifice people. You know what I mean? He was just in it for the fuck, basically fuck the church. And I don't know. No, you ain't leaving nowhere, Cajun. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want in chat. You know I don't give a fuck. Oh, that name makes my skin crawl. Which one? Anton? That's what it is, Pearl. They got all the money in the world, and they just don't know how to quit. You know, they always want to do the more. That's why they're into like crazy drugs. Yeah, I mean, y'all could say whatever you want, Cajun. You know me, I'm not coming down on you. Not at all. Not at all. They're just gonna get me. They're just gonna like what it is what's it called? Ad suitability is what they'll do. It just makes it where like every view I don't get counted. You know what I mean? It's something stupid. Like I get paid for super chats and things like that, but like the ad revenue is gonna be like, fuck you.
They let some of this stuff out. I mean, it is stunning. Honestly, one of the biggest lies we've seen is the idea that the FBI could possibly come to us and say, not only is there not a client list, there was no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals. Guys, we're about to see planned blackmail.
FBI is not for us, guys. I hate to say it. I do. Because like when you're a kid, you have dreams about being an FBI agent, you know? You have aspirations, you know, as a young child to maybe work for the FBI one day. You esteemed, like they're not for us. They're just not. I say we dismantle it. Trump has spoke about dismantling the lettered alphabet fucking boys like the DEA, the FBI. We need to do it. We need to do it, and we need to rebuild it again. We do. Now we do need people over these things. We do. But I'm sorry, it needs to be rebuilt. It definitely does. They've gone rogue for sure. Yep.
To one of the most powerful people on the planet, and that is Bill Gates. Listen, there's a lot we're going to get to, but we have to start with probably the craziest revelation here, which is Jeffrey Epstein emailing himself about Bill Gates. Now, if you don't know, Bill Gates and Epstein had a relationship.
Epstein emailed himself, y'all. So that's like saying, I'm going to keep this and I don't want to forget this. That's what Epstein's probably doing. You know what I mean? Think about these people as they're doing it, right? Epstein's probably sitting there going, holy shit, I don't ever want to forget this motherfucker. And he types it to himself as a reminder. That's what it is.
Post 2008, that's a big year. You're going to hear a lot today because 2008 was the time that Epstein pled guilty for soliciting of somebody under the age of 18. He was a predator at this point. Everybody knew it. Now, eventually, Bill Gates would get divorced when all of this came out. Melinda Gates said it was part of the direct cause for the divorce. She said she met Epstein and said he was evil.
He was evil personified.
So you have to understand, this is like Bill Gates' kryptonite. He's one of the richest men on the planet.
Shout out to Voidzilla for this, man. That's the name of the channel. Here, I'll give you guys a link to him. He's fire. He used to do crypto people too. He used to be on crypto people's asses.
He's got this huge philanthropy arm. But this relationship with Epstein has been a huge problem for him. And Epstein appears to have known that because in 2013, Bill Gates appears to be distancing himself from Jeffrey Epstein. And Epstein seems to have a problem with that. He says, I assume the dedication to our relation went both ways. Larry has now asked me to recommit to a confidentiality agreement. Basically, he's got to shut up about his relationship with Bill Gates.
Wow.
And this is where the blackmail starts. And it comes in the form of like, if I were you, I would do X if I were the type of guy that you should be. He says, in that regard, I suggest I buy you the house that you had your heart set on. In addition to 5 years of severance, we'll buy you out of the investment contract we agreed upon, 30 to 40% of an $100 million partnership for $30 million in today's terms. That's what I would have done had I been in your shoes. Then he lays out what he has on Bill Gates, or what he says he has. Quote, to add insult to injury, you subsequently, with tears in your eyes, implore me to delete the emails I had regarding your STD.
Woo! Woo! How the fuck would he know he got an STD? Huh? Bill.
Your request that I provide you antibiotics that you could surreptitiously give to Melinda, and the description of your I mean, this is insane.
Wow, the description of his dick. The description of his dick, bro. These boys are fuck boys. These are fuck boys. What would you do if you were asked to go on an island and you were paid a bunch of money? So he started blackmailing Bill Gates, bro.
It was completely insane. It's like basically laying out in
Give me 30 million. That's what he was doing to people. He was getting them over there on that island. Putting them in fucking precarious situations. I don't even know if that's a fucking word. Precarious. New word, AD. But he was putting them in fucked up situations, and then he would probably tape them, or he would know about it, you know? Like, it's fucked up, man. The crooked ding-a-ling ding-ding.
Who would give me millions of dollars? And I can't believe you're asking me to delete the message where you were going to give STD medication to your wife without her knowledge.
Wow.
It's complete.
Wow.
It's just completely obvious what he's doing here. It's just a nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Here's what you should do. But now that coming out after Epstein's death, this looks really bad for Gates, obviously, because you usually wouldn't blackmail somebody for something that's completely false or fake. I mean, maybe he did that. But we also know Bill Gates had affairs. Obviously, Melinda credits it for their divorce. So it's hard to believe there was nothing sketchy going on. Bill Gates, of course, maintains that it was completely above board. He says the fact this allegation was in.
You wouldn't do it? You wouldn't jump on that butt? You wouldn't jump on that boat to get to that island? You wouldn't fly with most of us? It's these people that are wanting more. Like they haven't reached their full life of enjoyment or something. Like, I don't know. Peculiarious. There you go. I had a different word though.
Just shows how much Epstein was willing to defame people. But Epstein lays it out. He says he helped Bill get drugs in order to deal with the consequences of sex with Russian girls, facilitating his illicit trysts with married women, and to being asked to provide Adderall for bridge tournaments. Look, guys.
Wow. Bridge takes forever too. A tournament in bridge would take days. Like some of these tournaments take days. Holy moly, dude. Yeah, they said there was cameras everywhere. He was blackmailing anyone that came to the island. Oh, yeah, because they came there for a reason. Some of these people would go back and forth. Back and forth. They said Jay-Z ate kids. He ate this peculiar. I said peculius. I don't even remember what I said. Shout out to the chat, man, on top of it. I just, like, some of these people were going back and forth. Because they wanted it. They're pedos. That's what that is. You are a pedo.
Exactly what we suspected the whole time. Epstein was providing services to rich people and expecting payment via blackmail. Now you might say, and it's true, that we don't know that Epstein ultimately sent that version of an email to Gates. All we know is...
And you know what happened? He did this to so many people that had power that they all finally got together and said, fuck this. Put his ass in jail forever. And then they potentially probably had him killed.
Sent that to himself. He may have planned the blackmail and just been drafting something. But what we do know are two
God, I love
things.
y'all's
The
comments.
Wall Street Journal has reported that Gates was threatened by Epstein over an affair. We also know that after this blackmail email Jeffrey sent to himself was written, eventually Gates sent a $2 million donation to MIT directed by Jeffrey Epstein, which is a bit weird if you had distanced yourself from the guy and y'all had this big falling out. Now, again, do we know for sure that Bill Gates did all of that? No, of course we don't. But do I think...
Yeah, that'll never be normal in my time. Never. I'll kill you. I'll probably hurt you so bad that you wouldn't like me anymore. Trust that. But ever caught somebody being a pedo, dude. I don't care if it was my kid. If I caught you, I'm going to wear you out. I'm going to wear you out. You better hope somebody's there to get me off of you. You better hope.
Bill Gates was innocently looking for charity advice from a after he already pled guilty? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not that gullible. And speaking of not that gullible,
these people pass around millions and millions to charity.
Richest guy on the planet. Jeez, it's a shock.
And 501c3s. And
Elon Musk, who has been saying for years that it is a lie that he went to Epstein's island. In fact, he says he refused to go. From Elon, he says, Epstein tried to get me to go to his island. I refused. He says, anyone pushing this false narrative deserves complete contempt. Later responding to another headline, which said Elon Musk planned trip to Epstein's private island. And he says, this is false. But of course, we start to dig through the files and we can see on Epstein's calendar that Elon Musk is booked in December 6th of 2014. But maybe you don't believe that. That's just the word of Jeffrey Epstein. But maybe you'll believe the word of Elon Musk, who was caught emailing Jeffrey Epstein to go to his island, post the guilty plea. Elon Musk writes, will be in BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays. Good time to visit. Jeffrey Epstein says, I will send a heli for you. Later, Elon Musk writes to Epstein, probably just to Lula and me, his ex-wife, what day night would be the wildest party on your island? The world's richest man is asking the most pedophile man for the wildest party on his island. And then it gets more explicit. In 2012, remember, this is the guy who said, I refused it. I could never do that, right? It's false. But here in 2012, he says, do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of my sanity this year.
Elon Musk is probably one of those people that's probably really reserved, but has that side of him that's evil as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can't be as smart as him and not be off. They say all of the geniuses are crazy as fuck. And Elon's a genius. You might as well say he's a genius. I would. He's got rockets that are now coming down and stationing right back where they fucking started at. You know how, do you understand how smart you have to be to actually make that happen? He has rockets that will send people to break the atmosphere, and then they somehow come back down and land directly where the fuck they took off at. He has this big machine that reaches out and grabs it. It's like unreal that they can do these things now. Elon has literally outdone NASA. So, like, maybe because he's got a lot of money. That's probably why. Let's go play with rockets. I
really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for. Guys, he can't even play the I went to go study
He said,
math.
I don't want to go to a nice island where it's peaceful. I want it to be hell on that island, he said. I want the party to be going down. That's what he said. I don't want it to be peaceful. What the fuck, Elon? Whew. Yeah, they send money through charities and all that. That's what they do.
Excuse, which is what all these guys do. They say, hey, I just went to go talk to scientists. Elon's like, hey, I don't want to do that. I'm looking for a party. That's what I'm here to do. And then Jeffrey Epstein writes, understood, I will see you on St. Barth. The ratio on my island might make your ex-wife uncomfortable. I can't.
Wow, dude. I mean, come on, man. The parties on my island might make your wife uncomfortable. Holy moly. Yes, you're right, Angel. You are absolutely right.
Believe these guys are lying to us, and people are swallowing it still, thinking that Elon Musk had nothing to do with this guy. So again, that's 2012. That's 2014. But guess what? There's another time in 2013. I mean, this seems like a yearly thing with the boys. Here, once again, Elon Musk writes, we'll be in the BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays. Again, is there a good time to visit? Jeffrey Epstein, any day, 1st of the 8th, play it by ear if you want, always space for you. They then plan some more, and you might think, well, if Elon ever told the truth, this is when he has to reject, right? Because he said, I refused. But actually, it appears to be one of those cases where, like, your friend says, like, oh, bro, I dumped her. And actually, it was the other way. Yeah, it turns out Elon didn't dump the dumped Elon. He says, bad news. Unfortunately, my schedule will keep me in New York. Hopefully, we can schedule another time in the future. Jeffrey Epstein let Elon down. That's actually the real story.
Wow.
Is the reason he didn't go in 2013 was because he couldn't go.
Wow, dude. These people are just fucking bullshit, man. They're bullshit.
Jeffrey Epstein was not.
I ain't
there.
never bought
Guys,
from either one of those companies.
How blatant do they have to make it before we start to just see through it, right?
Yeah.
When they issue these ridiculous denials. They're totally associated with the guy after the guilty plea. They lie through their teeth, but they can't even keep their story straight. I mean, that's what's crazy. They're not even competent at this. They get caught in their own lies all the time. Remember, the FBI's official story was they didn't blackmail. Well, before we even had these files,
the FBI said it was all bullshit. All of it. There ain't millions of files.
Howard Lutnick
Yeah, that
was on the
Wayfair
record
shit is
calling
nuts,
Jeffrey
too.
Epstein
Yeah.
the greatest blackmailer ever.
So how come Bill Gates and all these other people could hang around him and not see what you saw? Or did they see it and ignore it? Or
No, they participated.
right.
That's what his MO was, get a massage, get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Interesting. Okay, so Howard has a different perspective. Now, if you don't know, that
Wow.
guy, do you think he's just telling
Yeah, he had cameras everywhere. His island was badass. It was. Like, it was badass, bro. Where was it at? In St. John's, I think. He had the whole island. Like, he had the whole island, man. Money always talks. That's a fact.
the truth there? Even this guy who's contradicting the official narrative, this guy literally lived next to Jeffrey Epstein. This guy was like, I'm going to tell the truth. Those guys participated. That guy lived next to Jeffrey Epstein. And by the way, he lied too. I love this video we're about to get into.
So that's who that guy was in that photo. He was the guy that lived next door. Holy shit. Wonder what he did with him. Just jump on their jet ski and go. Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna have to cut my mouth shut up a little bit.
This guy, he's the greatest blackmailer ever.
I don't really care for this subject a lot because it does involve minors. Hello, Robin. Like, I don't care for the subject, but it's so high profile that I think we need to discuss it because this involves children on a way higher scale.
Does he know something we don't know? Because it's interesting. Mr. I am his neighbor had to also explain how he had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And he lays it out pretty simply. He goes, yep, I lived next to him, but in 2005, I had such a horrible experience that I knew I could never talk to him again.
He was your neighbor for
Wow.
10 years. How well did you know him?
We move in 2005. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein is arrested in like,
Who is this guy? What's his name? How does he have an island too? Who does anybody know who this guy is?
I think, something like that.
Right.
So knock on the door. His assistant on like a Saturday says, Mr. Epstein, your neighbor would like to invite you over for coffee. And there's a massage table in the middle of the room. Massage table in the middle of your house?
What?
How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he like gets like weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Oh, how
And
weird.
my wife is standing here. So she looks at me and I look at her and we say, I'm sorry, we have to go. And we left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house,
What?
my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
Well, he couldn't be.
Howard Lutnick. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Howard Lutnick. What is he known for? What is Howard Lutnick known for? A prominent American businessman and government official, currently serving as the 41st United States Secret Secretary of Commerce. He is best known for rebuilding Cantor Fitzgerald as CEO after losing 658 employees on 9/11, and for his close ties to Donald Trump, co-sharing his 2024 transition team. He's in crypto too. He holds over 400 invention patents. Wow. Wow. That's what he should be known for. He's an inventor. Instead, they got him up here for all this other shit. which he probably does, you know, but you invent things, bro. That's a cool fucking term, inventor. You know, that you gotta be pretty smart to invent things that ain't already invented. But that doesn't mean he's inventing them, though, too. He might have people that are inventing them and he takes the credit for it because he signs it. There's a lot of people like that.
Be more clear, could he, right? He says, hey, I may have been his next door neighbor, but I met him once before the 2008 guilty plea. Remember I said that was a big deal. And we got invited over, and then it was like 5 seconds,
that's
and we
what I was
left,
thinking.
and we realized he was a creep. We were out of there. He made this rude, lewd comment in front of my wife. I would never go see this guy. And he makes it super clear he's gross.
So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
These other guys, they may have participated.
They participated.
But Howard Lutnick, he could never. No. He's too good of a guy. Well, guess what we found in the old emails?
Oh, man. Oh, boy, these guys just fucking talk too much, boy. A real estate investor, okay.
Looky. It's Howard Lutnick writing in to Jeffy Boy in 2012. Hi, Jeff. We're landing in St. Thomas early afternoon, planning to head over. Where are you located? What's the exact location for my captain? Does Sunday evening for dinner sound good? Is this the guy?
I have another couple. So he had a couple with him, too. You fucking crazy motherfuckers just lie.
Made a lewd comment to your wife and, I could never be in front of him. He's gross. Guess what the next email is? My boy's wife messaging in saying we're headed towards you in St. Thomas. Later, the subject line, Jeffrey Epstein. Good morning, Howard. Jeffrey wished me to pass you along. Nice seeing you. They clearly met, and the guy is just lying about it to your face, to the American public's face, and they tried to hide it from us. I cannot emphasize this enough.
FBI did
through their teeth. You think this guy perfectly remembers a 2005, like walking in the guy's house? I remember exactly what I said to him. My wife and I looked at each other, and he wouldn't remember the 2012. I boated over to his private island for a dinner. Is that what we're really thinking? Is that what we're expected to believe? This is a momentary lapse in his judgment. No, these guys don't even care about being consistent, and they're all throwing each other under the bus. Don't you remember Elon Musk saying the time to drop the really big bomb? Donald Trump is in the Epstein Files. That's the real reason they haven't been made public.
Oh my God.
You also are in the Epstein Files, very clearly doing stuff you lied about, okay? So is Howard Lutnick, who says
they're just all good liars. That's why they're in politics. They just lie good. And you know what? Us as people just accept it. When are we going to finally just say, nope, not accepting it? No. You know what stops us from that? That paper. A good old-fashioned moolah.
Yeah, Bill Gates. He's probably getting blackmailed because he participated. What did you do on the island over in 2012, Howard? Do we know that? I mean, does anyone care? Now, the last thing I want to talk about is some of the most explosive stuff. It's also, again, I have to say, unverified, okay? This is the NTOC, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center. And the challenge with confirming some of this is that these are anonymous tips, or they black them out at least, so we don't know who they are, and anyone can drop a tip. Now, that doesn't mean that you should disregard them. It just means we can't verify them. The other challenge is that the FBI has a heavy incentive to discredit anything with Donald Trump in it, just because he's in the White House right now, obviously. And so I want to be clear, there are notes related to some of these submissions where they say things like complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate redacted. You know, it's hard to tell how much this is the proper due diligence of the FBI, which they should be doing, of course, and not all complaints are credible. But also there's this obvious conflict of interest with the fact that the sitting president is in some of these complaints. But here they are for what it's worth. Complaint summary. Blank reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend also said she was abused by Epstein. Later,
Holy shit. Fuck. I don't believe everybody went there to buy their kids, but why does all these people want to go there? That seems very strange to me. Like, and it seems that they want to go there no matter what. Like, even if something's going on or if they don't. If something's not going on. Like, I'm just coming to your island. And then why would they all lie about it? That's the problem here. You know, maybe not all of them are sex offenders, but why are you lying about going there? If you know you did nothing wrong to anyone, then I would say, fuck yeah, I went. But it's the lies, man.
there's very explosive claims about big parties with her, other younger girls, and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. There's claims third hand about a female victim of Epstein's who wants to publish a book citing Leslie Wexner, Epstein, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump. Ghislaine Maxwell is in the videos as well. And it goes on like this for a while. Some of the complaints are just like very graphic, and obviously I'm going to censor out some of it. But I should also mention the DOJ claims that some of these claims were submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election. To be clear, the claims are unfounded and false, and if they had any shred of credibility, they would have certainly been weaponized against President Trump already. Now, I agree that if a complaint is timed right before an election, there definitely could be some other motivations to that. But it's also ridiculous to say that anything in the Epstein files, if it were true, would have come out already. Because why didn't we see this?
Well, you know, when you're that rich, fuck public opinion. You know, some of these people are fucking real rich, but like, I wouldn't even care about public opinion if I'm that rich. Like, who gives a fuck? But some of these people are in office. Some of these people hold big things.
About Bill Gates, for example. I mean, that stuff apparently has been sitting in here for a long time. And not only did no one talk about it, the FBI literally like covered for it. I mean, they said that this was not the case. There are big claims against a lot of powerful people. Nobody in that file really wants to rock the boat or release the files because then they get in trouble and their buddies get in trouble. And that's a huge problem. So I don't really buy the idea that, oh, if it were true, it would have already gotten out. I don't buy that. That's why we need transparency. That's why it's important.
Never going to get transparency on it. We're never going to. Yep. And no one's going to go to jail either.
These files are out. But this is just to look at a small fraction of the files. And over the next few weeks, we're going to go through all of the major findings we can from this 3.5 million page document dump. But seriously, think about how discrediting this has been, not only to this administration, but to so many rich and powerful people who have lied through their teeth happily towards you in order to hide their relationship with this man that many of them held.
I don't get it.
Post-guilty plea. And some of them, now we know, Epstein prepared blackmail for them and, according to reports, threatened.
Yeah, I just don't get it, bro. How you would say, oh, I ain't been there. Just because you're scared of the involvement? I don't know. Some of these people don't need to worry about what public thinks. Let me see if I can find this video, y'all. Y'all still with me? How many we got in here? 57? Sponsors that are loading Jay-Z's pockets are backing out now. Yep. They've been saying stuff about Jay-Z for a minute now. I don't know if I believe the bullshit about eating kids. I mean, that's fucking far. You know, that's far. But they've been talking about Jay-Z for some time now. Part of him being part of what? Yeah, they had his body, didn't they? Some people say he's not in jail, though. Or not dead, though. Yeah, it's not just politicians. It's people from everywhere. Let's take it over to Asmongold. My good old buddy Asmongold. I like this guy, boy. He's a trip. Hold on. Y'all with me, man? I don't usually do these day streams.
This is Jeffrey Epstein's island. To understand it fully, we've remodeled the entire island.
I know, that's wild.
And we've divided it into 3 main sections. So we can tell the complete story of how this place
Look how big that fucking island is, man. Check it out, dude. And he's got a road to everything. See how he's got a road to everything? He's got a road to his compass, like sundial. He's got a road to his beat, or where his boat is. He's got a road over to whatever that is over there, and whatever that is over there. Like, this is crazy. 7:15 p.m. there? Okay. I don't feel like y'all are awake.
Built and what it was hiding. The first villa sits on a point just below the main house, built years after Epstein purchased the island. Next to it is another residence, connected to the pool complex by a lower level doorway.
Fucking look at these places, bro. I mean, this is truly paradise. It is. I'm not sure who's got it now. Whoever's got it's got a nice place. Because this bitch is loaded. This motherfucker is loaded, son.
This one even had an outdoor bath backed by a giant mirror looking out toward the sea.
Wow.
Facing the ocean is a wide stone patio. Set into the floor are 2 mirrored shell designs, along with the letter E.
What the fuck does that mean? What is that? Like, why does he have all these things? Like, what does this mean? And it's huge, guys. This is a small photo of it, but it's huge. It's like aerial view. Yeah, he's got a helicopter pad, but it's all boat. Yeah.
May have been decoration, or something more symbolic.
Yeah, decoration for what though? It didn't look good.
Above it all is the main house itself, the largest residence on the island.
That's a big one.
When Epstein bought Little St. James in 1998, this house was already here, but he had it remodeled and expanded into part of a much larger complex.
Damn.
The sea-facing side has a veranda, while the back of the house opens into the pool area. That pool complex is massive. It has 4 cabanas.
Fuck, dude. Could you imagine a place that's 4 cabanas? They're about to come out, aren't they? Shout out to the chat, man. Salute, everybody. I love y'all. Elon Musk gonna buy it, he said? I didn't hear that, but
and a large swimming pool in the middle. At the far
Badass
end of the pool
man.
was a statue of a seated archer, and beyond it, a painted compass that some mistook for a helipad.
yeah, it's so big that it's a helipad, bro. It's crazy. They mistake it for a helipad. That is nuts, man. Like, why do you have this? Like, it's just there, I guess.
What the
Parts of the pool complex were 2-storied, with staircases and hidden doors that led into lower levels.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Not far away along the beach, another villa was hidden behind thick
it's another
trees.
house. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's so
Visitors
small.
usually arrive by sea. Boats pulled into the island's jetty, which had a covered loading and waiting area.
Nice, man. Nice, man. He was an investor and real estate guy. This is crazy.
Can you believe this guy was literally sitting there on his rape island having presidents and other billionaires coming and asking him for advice while he's playing World of Warcraft and fucking around in Call of Duty, getting banned on Xbox Live?
He got banned on Xbox Live.
Like, I mean, this is actually insane. What the fuck?
Those who came by air landed at the grassy helicopter pad.
And
it had
War Thunder,
small shelters for passengers and luggage. Nearby, two strange details stand out. At the top of a slope is a giant monkey statue, and beside it, a stone staircase
A giant
that leads up the
monkey
hill,
statue?
then stops abruptly, earning it the name The Stairs to Nowhere.
Yeah, bro. It's just like it's just like intriguing, dude. Intriguing.
This northern section of the island was meant to impress. Moving toward the center of the island, the design shifts. Here, the focus is...
You guys want a marathon today? You guys want an AD marathon? You guys want an all fucking day stream? It's up to y'all, man.
Less on luxury.
I'll bang it out.
Control.
After this, what I could do is I could cut the video, create my next live stream, and boom, we fire another one right back up immediately.
The trees is a low building, almost hidden from view.
This place is massive.
Its purpose is still unknown. Just beyond it lies...
Wait, so there's a giant warehouse and nobody knows why it's
Tina
there?
G said, yeah. Hillbilly said, yeah. Tina G said, yeah, baby. What's up, Tina G? Appreciate you supporting the channel, baby doll, even when we ain't talking about the Whitakers.
Right now, 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 right now.
Yeah, I figured we'll go into the Whitakers or something like that next. Yep. Meet and goals. Meet and goals. Yeah, the Whitakers is going to start dying out a little bit for y'all, I promise. Unless people just talk about it. I mean, I have no problem talking about it. There's a lot more to talk about. Hey, what's up, Kimmy K.O.? Kimmy K.O. I know you do, Tina, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Stairs to hell.
Well, that seems pretty interesting. Huh.
It's the island's main service area.
Wow.
Dude had backhoes. He had all kind of equipment on the island. Are you all good, Trish? You already go, Twister. You're good, G. Yeah, we're going to still have a live. Yeah. If I'm going to pull all dayer, then I'm definitely going to switch off the Epstein shit. And then I'll just fire right back up.
This section held the machines that kept everything running. The desalination plant for fresh water. Generators.
It had its own desalination. Well, I mean, you have to have that. Pretty Bird said, all day, baby. All day, she said. All day. Pearl said, yep. What's that? What they do on that Storage Wars? Yep.
Right now, 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 right now.
Which pixel did you get, Bambi?
Power,
shit.
Storage rooms, and sewage management.
It's like a Rust base.
Some of these buildings were built directly into the hillside.
That's
Their
dope.
flat rooftops doubled as parking pads, and vents cut into the ground.
Wait, so you had people.
That is crazy, dude. The top of the building you parked on, and then the building was inside the hill. Hello, Kimmy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Faith. You guys are so awesome, man. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for helping me make that goal. You guys are the best. Fuck them.
Right now, 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 right now.
I'm currently vaping. Juice Head. This is Juice Head. Kiwi strawberry.
People landing on the. Oh my God.
That
At
is
larger
sick,
rooms
dude.
below. In one case, drone footage even captured doors leading deeper into the hill.
That is fucking dope, dude. I mean, shout out to the info seeker. We got a new member, yo. Woo-hoo!
Right now, 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 right now.
Hey, the Pixels are fire phones. The A6 is all right. They got good fucking cameras, man. The Pixel's always way ahead in cameras. I know Samsung and Apple like to tote their cameras, but the Pixel's got fire cameras. Google does. That's crazy.
Dude. Oh. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Raising questions
Badass
about
fucking crib, dude. This is badass. Hey, Brandy. Been gone for a while now. I'm back now.
what might have been hidden underground.
The caves of
From this
despair.
hub, a steep
What
road
the fuck?
Holy shit.
Thank you, China baby.
Right now, 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 right now.
Lines upward. On the surface, it looks like a simple path, but it may cover a water pipeline that connects to the island's fountain.
Yeah.
The fountain itself sat quietly in the middle of the
It's a nice
island,
fountain.
ringed with benches.
Sure.
In one video, deer were seen grazing nearby, giving the strange sense of calm in a place filled with secrets.
There's
Closer
deer
to
there.
the southern edge of this section, a massive sundial stands. Once, it was surrounded by 13 brightly painted.
That's
13
crazy.
brightly painted benches.
Like, who would sit out there, actually? Who would? That would be creepy. That's probably why they had seances and shit. You want to bet? A lot of these people are Satanists, dude. Full blown. Like, they're satanic. Yes, we got a new member. Yup. We got the info seeker. Info seeker. That's creepy, isn't it? Like, why does he have all this creepy stuff? Maybe it was there. The number 13. Full of ghosts. Oh, yeah. Ritual rounds, chambers. Yeah, that's a cool ass fucking. It's a cool ass little monument thing. But look, he's got rocks all around it. That's very seancey. And these benches are very, very seancey, as if someone's in the middle preaching. And that sundial is dope because it actually tells you the fucking time. You see the shade? That's cool as fuck, really. It's cool as shit, man. Making a man. You got the emoji now. Make a mad emoji. His buddies were creepy.
What the fuck?
Absolutely, Asman.
Painted benches. Some say representing the 13 ruling bloodlines in conspiracy lore. The face of the sundial resembles a Masonic design, another detail that fueled speculation.
Oh,
Nearby,
it's Masonic.
smaller
Oh my
structures
God.
dotted the coast. One open-air cabana seemed to have massage tables beneath its straw roof.
That I can see, right? Look at China, baby, making people members, making people members.
Right now, 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 right now.
Creepy, bro. I mean, I can see massage tables being beachside on your island, right? Open air cabana, you know, with massage tables. That's pretty dope. But when you have them in the middle of your fucking living room, it's a little weird, isn't it? I mean, how much do you like me a massage, bro?
Oh, Jesus. Man.
Got a beautiful place, man.
Another beachside building,
Look at
now
this.
only ruins, may have been for changing clothes or toilets. Close
What?
to the sundial, an odd patch of beach is marked out on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Blurred as if to hide something.
Oh.
On higher
Wait,
ground
what?
sits a large building with 3 garage doors and a row of sealed windows.
Wow. Dude, beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful place, man. It is. I mean, whatever about the dude, his island, fucking phenomenal, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to go there, but I mean, if he didn't own it, for sure, that's a badass place, man.
Some have described it as a staff barracks, others as storage. Either way, it stood apart from the luxury of the main house,
Okay.
suggesting it was built for those who worked
Okay.
or were kept on the island.
They were kept on it.
This middle zone tied everything together.
Google Maps.
The
it?
southern stretch of the island is where the strangest and most unsettling designs appear. At the far southwest tip stands the most infamous
There's the fucking building.
structure of all, the so-called temple.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking crazy. I remember that's on there. Oh, wow, dude, the temple. I forgot that was there.
Temple.
Look, the road even stops before it gets there. The road even stops before it gets there, man. A temple. Fuck. Like, dude, that's like, what about having your own church building, your own temple, your own fucking, like, this island owned by one person is pretty crazy, dude. Like, you gotta be rich, rich. Like, you gotta be rich, rich, or have a lot of fucking beef about people.
Painted in bold blue and white stripes, it once had a golden
Blue and white. What are the colors of the Israeli flag?
Blue and white. Mossad. It's Mossad. Blue and white, man.
I forgot.
I like Asmongold. He's great.
dome and statues of Poseidon and birds perched on its corner. From the outside, it looks like something out of another world.
Yeah.
Early visitors described its inside as a music room with bookshelves, a grand piano, and even a portrait of Epstein with a pope.
A portrait
With the Pope. I'm not even going to get into that.
of Epstein with the Pope?
I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into that. Nope. Not going to discuss
But by
religion.
2019, drone footage revealed only scaffolding, mattresses, and junk, as if it had been stripped bare.
Mattresses.
Some believe a small nearby shed hides entrances underground,
Wow,
though nothing
dude.
has ever been proven.
What the fuck?
bad ass, man.
One site shows a pergola with 2 sealed doors built into the hillside. A second building that once stood here was destroyed during Hurricane Irma, leaving behind only a flagpole and a concrete slab.
Flagpole?
This part of the island also served as a dumping ground. Trash was buried under dirt, but over time, pieces surfaced again. Visitors later reported seeing everything from machinery to broken furniture left rotting under the sun. Above the dump.
I mean, what do you do with it? I mean, you could burn, but I mean, or do you pay to have it hauled off? That would be way more expensive. What do you do with the trash? Can't throw it in the ocean, so you bury it, right? You put your own little landfill in, but you got to go deep. You can't let it keep coming up. Yeah, the Pope. Epstein with the Pope. Imagine that. I'm not going to disrespect anything, man. Because I've myself have just come to learn God within the last 4 years. So, like, I'm not going to get into that.
Is a second swimming pool.
Badass.
Unlike the Grand Pool complex near the main house.
Look at that. That's like a fucking Olympic size swimming pool, dude. And it's way off from the other places. You could burn it, but then you're worried you're leaving all that ash. You could bury the ash. I mean, yeah. That's what I would probably think about doing, would be burning it and then burying the ash. Anything metal would have to get buried. Good, Pearl. Hello, Ryan. This is creepy, bro.
This one was smaller, attached to a 1,200 square foot building with a garage.
1,200 square foot building. So that's a nice sized building, dude. It's bigger than my house. It's bigger than my apartment, bro. Like, and an Olympic sized swimming pool out back.
Style door. Other features add to the eerie.
Got American flag up. Shout out to that.
I mean, this has to be a call. This is like a Call of Duty map or something.
This is badass.
Crazy. Oh my god.
Redesign. A flight of stairs to nowhere climbs up the hillside, ending abruptly with a statue at its top. A large monkey statue sits nearby, silent and unsettling. At the highest point of the island, a tall telecom tower looms. With
you got your own telecom and everything, bro. This is badass, man. This is such a badass island. This is why you want to get rich right here. This is why. But don't do anything stupid like he was doing.
Wi-Fi repeaters fixed to buildings all around, ensuring constant surveillance and communication. Here, on this southern edge, beauty and mystery collide. The temple, the sundial, the sealed doors, and the landfill. All of it suggests an island designed.
Somebody's saying it's a shrine to Harambe.
Not only for privacy, but for secrecy.
Man, bro, what the fuck? That was his island. Oh my god. I'll link you guys. This video isn't by this guy, but this is where it came from. This is where I got it from, where everything changed. Yes, holy fucking shit, man. So here we go again. It just
wow. Just fucking wow, man.
This gets even more insane. After the Haiti earthquake occurred in January 2010, Epstein and others became increasingly interested in Haiti.
Yeah.
I found an interesting email. Someone is in deep shit. An unnamed contact.
Yeah, they wanted to fucking get Haiti. That's a badass island, boy. I'm telling you, man. Make a man. Let's go check out some of his interviews real quick, y'all. There it is. What the fuck? All right. First of all, I want to drop this feller's link right here because he has or she has a lot of info. This is literally called the Epstein Files. They got the Ghislaine Maxwell testimony. Never before seen Jeffrey Epstein dancing in rare footage. Prison corridor footage of Ghislaine Maxwell released. Inside Ghislaine Maxwell's prison cell. Look how good this person has to be involved with somebody high up, bro, or being able to get this info. How you get the prison cell info? Full Steve Bannon interview. Fake Austrian passport exposed. Wow. There's his personal videos, secret tape. There's a lot of info on this damn chat, this page right here, y'all. And it's being released in like just today, in days. It's like all this in days. So every bit of this, man. There's Ghislaine. There's her prison cell. Let's see this. Creepy guy, man. Creepy dude, y'all. Hello, Ryan. Here goes Epstein's Island from early days. What? No sound. Damn, boy. They're blacking that out for something. Look at this. Damn. They're out there just playing in that helicopter, yo. Yep, they're out there just playing in that thing. That's what they're doing. They're flying low, whipping it, flipping it. Yeah, they're just out there having fun with that thing. Here comes a boat in. Damn, where'd he go? Holy shit. Dude, that's taking risks right there. Yeah, they're just out there having fun with that damn helicopter, man. Imagine that shit, man. Just being out there, doing whatever the fuck you want, playing around in a helicopter. Take it, this is like a storage area. This is all blue. I don't know why. They're like blacking some of it out, I guess. Let me find places. Yeah, they blacked it all out. Why'd they do that? They just have a little bit of a video and it's like 2 hours long. What? This home party tape. Who was there? Music. And the music, man. It's my legs. They got it all blacked out. How do you fucking know? Can't know. What the heck? Dude. It is. It's like going somewhere that, like, I don't know, going somewhere that you don't normally go, I guess, but like, damn. What's up, Kim? You had to be real stupid to go to his island and not think that something was going to happen. They got 10 hours of just Lane Maxwell's fucking cell footage. That looks like jail. See, they only got a minute of that. This is an hour-long interview, man. This dude is creepy. He is creepy.
Before we get into the deep stuff, let's give some basics or some things I want to do inquiry from the others. Walk me through the Santa Fe Institute. What was it about the time of the math? And this was in the late 90s. So they're not going to hear me on this part, right? We're going to do it both ways?
It will not be on the video, but we do have it recorded.
Fine. Remember, when you're answering on these questions, I'm not in the shot, and they're never going to hear my voice. So a little bit, you got to repeat in your answer, you got to repeat what my question was.
Oh,
a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, we got your voice.
Santa Fe Institute. Why, when you're at the top of your game on Wall Street, do you decide to finance, which was at the time, or endow, or become the donor or sponsor, however you want to say it, for what was considered the most cutting edge group of mathematicians in the world? Action.
So Santa Fe Institute in the late 80s, early 90s, I was interested, I was on the board of Rockefeller. So that started, Rockefeller University,
8 years from teaching at Dalton, right? You're Dalton.
No, 10 years.
10 years teaching at Dalton.
Yes.
Walk us through, put us in the room. Walk me through exactly what it felt like. What it felt like being on the board at Rockefeller. We got these Nobel laureates, and
do first, I have to think about it as a system. Where's the most logical place? What's the most dangerous place? If your heart stopped, we have to start your heart again. If in the equivalent to the money market, why do I have to start your heart again? I need to get your blood flowing. If your blood stops,
to a degree, in a Newtonian universe, although I realized later subparticle atomic physics, but at least for a while, it was Newtonian. So what's the
things means? I just know it's a creepy feeling. I think women, as I said the last time, have an intuitive sense. What is intuitive? They have intuition, they have feelings, and they're able to deal in the realm of things that men, especially men like myself, find unexplainable. Women have intuition. Men see things a bit differently. Men want to measure everything. Women are not really that interested in measuring.
In what you're saying in macro terms, you actually think science mathematics, maybe ultimately technology, is moving to that more intuitive?
I think science and math are old fashioned. And unfortunately,
They were taught, he was part of the people that were talking about doing clones for children, like making like the perfect baby. He was definitely one of them. Definitely.
fortunately, people are still taught that they have to learn algebra in school and certain things in school, as opposed to learning to have an emotional.
Is this what Larry Summers was trying to get at? Maybe didn't say it perfectly enough, but what he was trying to get to in that system, the systems we study today, the way mathematics is either taught or understood, that women just haven't gotten up to the highest realms of engineering or physics or mathematics because of that. And you're actually implying that there's a either new branch of science, or we've hit an inflection point like in Newton that's going to go in a
life to come across.
But when did you? But if it didn't happen then, when did it? Or did it happen before?
I was going to hopefully get to the.
Okay.
I'm in a privileged position to have some of the world's smartest people come to my house and tell me what they think about different subjects, and I finally realized that the thing that they had most in common was there was this area, no matter how smart they were, that when I asked them the questions, they said they'd have to resort to a 500 or 1,000-year-old response to that question, which was, I don't know.
You know who else found that out?
In
Socrates.
Socrates.
So that's what Socrates kept doing, right? Socrates kept asking all the experts. He would go through, question after question after question, and realize at the end they didn't really know. They really didn't basically understand what they were talking about.
And one of the things that people won't enjoy, it turns out that potentially one of the bad things to teach children is how to write. So it's writing, reading, and arithmetic was supposed to be, everyone's supposed to be taught. But writing forces you into a very narrow channel of thinking. You have to write in a certain form, in a certain way, in a certain linear pattern. So your thinking becomes somewhat narrow.
It's what they were doing. Energy harvesting, bro. Yep. That's what they were doing. That's what they're all talking about now. I was just watching this on Redacted, how they were energy harvesting. I was watching it on I could probably still find the damn video, how they were talking about how they were satanic. Let me see. And that's what they do. They harvest these people's energy, their adrenochrome. They try to get them right before they reach the age of puberty, where they're changing. And that's what they want. And that's creepy, bro. Think about how creepy that is. Think about that. Crazy, China. Micro penis. Damn, Bill. Keeps them young. Yeah, it offers like, I don't know what it does. I don't think it would keep them. I wouldn't do any of that shit. His background was in like real estate, and he has a lot of things. Like, he got behind a lot of people that were smart and created things like Epstein. He had insider trading, investing, and all that. Yeah, man, because that's what they were doing. They were harvesting these children's energy is what they were getting at. But that's a conspiracy theory, and I don't know. It's a crazy thing to think about. It is. Epstein had a ding-a-ling problem. Shit. Sorry about you, Epstein. That's probably why you hang out on that island all the time. Yeah, don't let your kids go nowhere with anybody unless you know them. You got to know who you're dealing with. When my kids were young, they would be like, I want to go spend the night with my buddy. I want to go spend the night with my buddy. A lot of time, every time that would happen, I would run their parents' name through the fucking database. make sure they weren't pedophiles and all that shit. You got to know, man. You got to know. I run their name. I wasn't playing. Yeah, he thought he was a teacher. Yeah. But he was really good at blackmail. And that's what made him rich. What are you doing over there, kitty kitty? Sleeping all day so you can stay up all night? Yep, that's how it was. For a fact. You the same? Yeah, I checked everywhere my kids were going. I didn't play no games. Nope. Not playing no games. You run all their names? You silly, bro. I run all the girls' names. Oh, man, you're funny. Young girls are getting took to Dubai and getting destroyed. Oh, yeah. I'm really starting to understand the issue with child trafficking and women trafficking. We're doing it to women too. Oh, you check their bank accounts? That credit score is what I care about. Dubai is bad. I think everywhere is bad. Like my neighborhood is bad, but I don't ever have a problem here. You know, I'm serious. I got my family goes to Jamaica every fuck. I know my cousin. She goes probably every 6 months. They go to Jamaica all the time. They love that shit. They got the money though. He's like a well-known DJ here in the city that marries people and has parties and shit for them. He makes that bread. Yeah, I was born in a small town, and I live in the same small town. Probably die in a small town. Oh, small, just like me. You guys about done with this? I'm over it. I'm gonna if you guys care to, I'm going to make another stream. We can come back up here, discuss the Whitakers if you'd like, because we're going to hang out. I want to. Oh, it's for vacation too, Elizabeth. You can go there on vacation and not do any of those things. Who needs to break me off? Got to know that credit score, man. Credit score's got to be 700 or better. I'm just kidding. Y'all are funny. Yes, please watch out for your kids, your grandchildren, all that. Please. I was pretty my kids didn't really like all their friends come spend the night with them most of the time. He would go with my homie little buddy Jordan's, but that was about it. Yep. Gotta leave around 4. Aw. Y'all want to? All right. We could do that. You guys give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. 15 at the max. And we'll fire it up, y'all. I got to make a thumbnail. Got to have a title. Got to create the live stream. Got to do all that. 800 if you want that low interest rate. That's facts. But if you put down enough, If you put down enough, that stops that interest rate a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's do it. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out today. We will be back in just a little bit. Give me some time. I'll fire up the stream and we'll see you there.